Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to FM22 Journeyman episode 16. Of course, after the previous relegation of this club, as in when we took over, they had just been relegated. This club has been in a spiraling debt situation, in a crisis. Now, we have done our part to try to help the team through 3 seasons with them. Not only do we get them immediately to rubber band and get back into the top tier, and then have a good solid 4th place finish a year ago, sitting 5th place right now for this season, well ahead of 6th place. In fact, we have a little bit of a gap either up or down at the moment. And outside of right now, when they just a month ago decided that they were going to take our payroll budget from 1.4 and hack it almost in half down to 900k, we're only spending 1.1, so we were 300,000 below. I mean, we're well below what our budget constraints are. Now, okay, at the moment, they want us to offload. That's easier said than done when we're not in a transfer window of any kind. But regardless, our head coach performance is an A+. I haven't seen it anywhere worse than a B+. I think it's been A- or A+, solid A throughout all 3 seasons. They love us. We've done tremendous work with a club that we've overperformed every step of the way. But right at the last episode, we got a enforced transfer embargo and 2 consortiums looking to purchase the debt-ridden club. The club that was just not financially viable, period. It doesn't have a whole lot of support. The stadium's not packed, and while we've been slowly building the team reputation back from what it once was, it didn't rebound very quickly. And so empty stadium, cheap seats equals how the hell are you spending that kind of money? Well, anyway, the rival consortiums, well, it's really important because 2 things are happening. One of the consortiums seems business as usual, and maybe just, debt no longer a significant concern. But the other one, Jacco Synod has declared that a new head coach would be installed should he prove successful in taking control of the club. So I have very quietly been applying to position after position after position, ready to move on, and finding that I just don't have the reputation necessary to get into those 2 leagues. So at the moment, I can't make any progress. It would be a step back, not a step forward. So hopefully Bernata gets the position or gets the club, wins the bid, and not Synod, because if it's Synod, we're in trouble. Let's find out what happens. I'm beginning to feel desperate under our current circumstances of, well, let's see, how likely is a takeover to actually take place if there's 2 of them? I'd say we're probably looking at 80% likelihood. And if it's 80% likelihood that it happens, and it's 50-50 between the 2, we're looking at a 40% likelihood under those circumstances that we are released from the job, even though we have an A+ evaluation. So I'm feeling a bit desperate right now, feeling desperation starting to seep in, that we need to find a job. We need to find a job fast. Well, there was only a single K2 or China League 1 position that was on the market at the time, and we were just unsuccessful yet again, failing to make the shortlist. We haven't had an interview yet. We keep failing to make the shortlist, and not every time, but repeatedly we keep getting the message of we are an acceptable fit for the club's realistic vision of the future, meaning, oh, we're close. We're close. We almost have the reputation they're looking for, the step back, cheaper, more affordable, but not quite enough. Or we're almost there, right? It seems like another boost to our reputation plus 5%, a little bit more, might just about do it. Maybe the end of another season, right? 3 seasons at the helm, 3 successful seasons at the helm might be enough to build that reputation where it needs to be. 2 and a partial, 2.5, not quite enough at this stage, and I'm worried for the future at the moment. And I've pushed forward a week and a half. So far, no new news on the takeover. In the meantime, we just get on with the business of performing in the league. We've had a win, we've had a loss over those last two, and maybe lucky to get a call on that one. Not much in that, but also end of the highlight. Dangerous free kick, but nothing. We do have one key change to the side today, and that is Akono getting a rest, and Ohorella getting the start. Sugang! Oh, should have done more with that. Wide open inside like that. Oh man, such a dangerous position. The XG only a 10th for that. Seems like that should have been more as he was completely open. Gabriel, nice turn. Palou, nice little give and go. And Agung goes for the header instead of getting that ball under control and then trying to get it off the foot. Oh, poor header. Completely mistimed that. Yeah, that was a dangerous moment. So Ohorella has had some promised starting time, and that was why he's into the side more so than the Akono part. Though I plan to bring on Akono second half if Ohorella is struggling in the slightest. He's not going to get much freedom on this one. That was definitely onside as that run came on very late. He just outran the defender, in this case that is Palou. Palou does not have much speed. Great free kick there, and that one's just kept out. Going for the free kick. Sugang! Oh. We are in control and yet not. XG is almost identical. Shots, we've been on target, we've been more dangerous, and yet somehow things are very even approaching halftime. We are looking at a top half side in the opponent today. Sugang, Gabriel Masirin, Agung, oh, Fernanda. After the deflection, gets that volley. That was a nice looking shot that did not miss by much. Nanda and a yellow, we'll have to watch out for that. Ohorella and Gabriel really not doing much. Is that Gabriel struggling because his partner isn't good enough, or is he struggling on his own? Always a big question. Great through ball there, dangerous position, and they found the one and only man in there, but we had it covered. Dangerous situation. Can we get out of it? They definitely went close a couple times and then do finally get behind us again. And I think incorrectly called offside on that occasion. Fernanda recovers the ball nicely on that one. Second touch after the striker initially had it. Palou, Sinji, Lucas Gabriel, just missing. How do we keep just missing? And how are we behind on the XG when we've had all the chances? Okay, Sinji is struggling and tired. Taking the free kick. Lucas Gabriel just missing. Okay, Samima. Another dangerous free kick. We keep earning free kicks in the best places. That one's easy. He had nowhere to go. Their man could not get open. Wasn't sure where to go to make that happen. Okay, Ohorella is struggling. It's been an hour. I think it's time we bring on Akono. Agung! Oh! Wow. I don't know if Gabriel was offside or not. I did not see where he was when that ball was played. By the time I looked up, flag was already going. Palou. Laying it off. Setting it up. We had some space in the middle. Now we take it. Agung. Kono drops it off. Palou out in space in the corner. Brings it. Pulls it back. Samima. We set Samima up in a little bit too dangerous of a way there. Walladain with the cross. Lucas Gabriel gets it on target but can't put it in. Okay, Sugang is pretty tired, but he's doing really well. I don't want to take him off. Palou is struggling. But we lost Rinto for 2 months. There it is! Finally, Lucas Gabriel, 12th goal of the season. Finally, so many chances. I don't know why the XG wasn't adding up, because I keep seeing us over and over again, dangerous balls into the box, and doing something with them, just either just missing or getting blocked, but finally it's on. They haven't even put a shot on target, and yet somehow they have 0.8 on their XG. Taimima laying it off. Pelou again laying it off. Okono, we're being patient. That's a bad ball to Sugain. Okono messed that one up. No danger though. Great ball over the top, but we weren't ready for it. The run not in conjunction with the long ball. Laying it off, working it inside. There's that through ball, and there is our second, and that'll seal this thing. Lucas Gabriel might have started slow, but he's on a brace now, and that was good. That was very good. Something we've been not trying to do very much today, but fantastic through ball. Really well-timed run. Gabriel did not place that ball very well. It was kind of down the middle, just about. They scraped the upper corner. That was almost a fantastic free kick to get back into this thing. But that's 9 shots. 0.1 for each of the 9 shots, but nothing on target. Walladane. All the way to the corner flag. And earns the foul. This shouldn't be trouble. Oh, come on, ref. Terrible call from the ref there. That's a very common foul. It looks like, just somebody... Oh, I'm in the corner. It's a dangerous position. I feel a presence. I'm going to go down, right? Seems like there was nothing to that. No reason for a yellow card to come in. Ref, bit of a howler there, and suddenly, in stoppage time, we're playing against 10 men, making things easy. Pelou. Nice cross over to Okono, who gets it under control quickly. That's offside? No flag. Oh, flag comes late. Oh, no flag. Penalty. Oh, ouch. The harsh situation just got worse. Really not a fan of gaining an advantage this way. A, Okono looked offside. B, he's facing away from goal. He just feels a presence near him and he goes down. So same thing that got them that second yellow, resulting in a red. Undeserved. Penalty. Undeserved. Probably offside. We very fortunate there in the final, 5 minutes that we played. We were very unfortunate for the first 75 minutes to not get a goal during that time. In the end, the XG comes out just about right for us. That third goal, though, I still have a job for now, and we get on with that job. We'll see if I still have a job a little bit further down the road. Like I said, it's been a week and a half. I'll let you know as soon as I know something. And with 6 points in those last 3 matches, we find ourselves a little bit further clear of the chasing group. 7 points ahead of Bayankara. Persella, though, 3 points ahead of us. We're still only 6 points away from the leaders. We still have a small chance of something happening this season. And we do finally have an update. It's only been, 2 days? 3 days since the match we just played. Reports are coming in that there has been a breakthrough in takeover talks with the consortiums. And it looks like the decisive breakthrough to declare a winner could be a matter of days away. Okay, wish me luck. Following another match and a late win on the road, 3-2 winners, and a second successive hat trick for Lucas Gabriel. We check in on the player and how he has done this season compared to last, because I had made note that last season was a little bit disappointing. And it was. He had just 11 goals from 31 league appearances. Right now, 21 league appearances and now 13 goals. He's already exceeded last season's total. His ratio is far better than what it was. But of course, if he hadn't scored 6 goals in the last 2 matches, he'd be on a similar track to last season. But the average rating is clearly higher. I mean, it's a full quarter of a point higher than it was a year ago, and he has progressed as a player. So it took about a year, but he's starting to come along. One other thing of note, right now across the board, the league, everybody at 25 matches played. Really good time to check in, kind of see where we're at. Remember, 17 opponents in the leagues. We're looking at 34 matches for the season, so 9 still to go. We're definitely getting into that final home stretch, the last quarter or so of the season now. 11 wins, 11 draws, just 3 losses, plus 14 goal differential, and a sizable gap behind us at 7 points. Ahead of us, goal differential, now the difference. Also just 3 points behind Bali United from continental competition. Top 2, same top 2 that it's been the last couple of seasons. They're starting to pull away a little bit, as they did have a game in hand, and with a couple of wins there, you can see they've got themselves a little bit of a gap. Difference between those teams and my team isn't about the losing, as 4 losses, 3 losses, those top 3 compared to me. It's the number of wins versus draws. They know how to put teams away. We know how to not get beat. There's definitely a difference between the two, and there's a reason why we're not quite in those top spots. We've been out for a little while, but I just noticed during the semifinals that a League 2 side has qualified for the final. Srivijaya has qualified for the final of our League Cup. Incredible feat for them to be there. Bali United knocking off the number 1 team, Arima, to get to the top. Of course, they're the number 3 team. It's not like that's a massive achievement upon itself, but that's the basis for them getting to the final, that path. It was definitely a good month for the team. League leaders, their top player takes the cake for player of the month, but Akono and Sugang both make the honorable mentions list for 2nd and 3rd. And Guino also making the list for young player of the month, coming in at 3rd there. It was a really solid month for the team. We're now at 28 matches played, which is a little bit less than some. We have 29 for a number of teams. Now it's 13 wins, 11 draws, 4 losses, meaning in those last 3 from where we last did our quick check-in, 2 wins and a loss out of those. Unfortunately, though, it's both Arema and Purcell, so 3rd and 5th place in our next 2 matches. Now, the good news is if we were to win both of those, guaranteed both of them are losing at least 3 points, we would be scoring 6 points. That would go a long way towards seeing us potentially crack the top 3. Arema, falling of late, they were the league leaders 2 weeks ago. It could happen. Crazier things have happened. It's not likely. We're probably going to lose both. We'll be lucky to get 1 or 2 points or 3 points out of it, but you know, it's something. There's still hope. There's still hope. It's December now, and this consortium thing has not been sorted yet. It's taken time. I'm thinking at this point, even though it did say that it was moving close, and maybe it's down to the rival bids, as in it's a bidding war, and it's really about who's going to take the cake. And I think, honestly, the current board, they couldn't care less. They couldn't care less about my job. They might be happy with me. They're thinking about the money coming in. Club's in debt. It's about the sale. So I don't think that's a thought in their mind over what happens to me. Season going right up until the 23rd of December. Ouch on that part, because contracts expire on the 31st. And without this consortium takeover, we have no money. I can't renew contracts. So right now I have 6 contracts expiring. I have a bunch of under 21s. None of them are worrying, but I also have a bunch of staff contracts that are set to expire, and we have no money to sign anybody. I can't even offer them minimal deals because, you know, there's no chance that they're going to accept when we can offer them like a third of what they're making right now is all that they're willing to let us offer in any of these deals, meaning I can't even attempt. Well, anyway, I don't think we're going to be playing for the top 4. Here's why. If you look at the 6 matches we have left, Arema, 3rd place, Purcell, 5th, Bayankara, 6th, Madura, 15th, Bali, 2nd, and Borneo, 14th. 4 of the 6 matches are against top 6 sides. Meaning, yeah, we're probably not going to fare too well. We're I'm not expecting to get the best results through this stretch. It's okay. It happens. It's not a big deal. 3 home, 3 away, but 2 of the aways are against that 15th, 14th place side. There's nothing automatic in there, but I think what it suggests is we're probably going to struggle to score enough points to move up the table. I don't think we're going to be facing too much of a threat moving down beyond 5th, as we had a pretty solid gap from there, but we might slip that one, below 6th. We might slip that one spot back down, but we've done really well to be where we're at, and you never know, right? If the team can beat Arema and Purcell in the next 2, we'd be in a pretty solid place. And I guess it would be 5th because we are 4th right now. Late season drama, and we are in the title race. The 5 clubs remaining in said title race. The favorites, Tira, Persicaboe, they look like they've got a pretty good shot of hanging on to it, as they have a couple easier games. Purcell, the hardest game left on their calendar. 3 away games though, but I think things look fairly favorable for them. Bali, 1 less game to play, but we're the hardest match that they have left. Everybody else outside of the top 10, that helps their chances a little bit, but 1 fewer match. Arema, their schedule just got a lot easier. By the way, we beat them 2-0, so we are now just 1 point behind Arema. We're still 1 point ahead of Purcell. Goal differential now favors us over Arema, but their schedule, not looking too bad from this point forward. We were their big challenge. They didn't succeed on that challenge. They have had really poor form. Remember, they were first place not even 3 weeks ago. But our schedule looks the hardest, even after Arema just concluded from our schedule. We have the hardest schedule. 3 out of 5 now at home, though. And those 3 out of 5 are the top teams. It's not over. It's not over. We have a chance, but it just doesn't look great. Purcell, well, that's who we play next. And they've got to play Tira, Persicaboe. So even if we struggle with them or we only draw, there's a good chance that they're going to lose their next match. Their last 3, though, they could definitely get 9 points in those last 3. So if we could, say, hold them to a draw and they lose the next one, they get 10 points the rest of the way. Now we'd be looking at 1 point. That would put them at 62. We'd get 1 point for the draw with them. That would put us at 54. We would need 8 in our last 4. I could see that. I could see us getting 9 in that stretch. Maybe. Maybe. Maybe not. So we could still go up or down, I think, at this point. Big challenge. Other thing of note, if you didn't notice, new contract being offered. This is good. The existing club still has ownership, and either way, new contract means we're going to get paid off somehow if we do get dropped. Looking to sell the club, though. Look at that. There's no long-term plan anymore. Okay, so the same day that I got my new contract, Lucas Gabriel hands in a transfer request saying he wants to play for a bigger club. And that makes perfect sense. We have a big offer coming in back in Brazil, top club back in Brazil. So he has made enough of a name for himself going away for a couple years. And it looks like we have an offer, actually a few big offers coming in. I suppose we'll take all 3 of these and see what happens. Those are pretty decent offers, and that definitely helps the club. Of course, it's nowhere near what he's really worth to us, but you know, we kind of knew that was coming. And for us, considering what we're paying him, $30,000 a year, getting 2 years out of him, spending $60,000 and getting $100,000 back, means not only is it paying for his contract and then some, we're making $40,000 out of it, but we're also getting 2 solid years out of him, and we signed him on a free. Good business for the club, for sure. Preview of our youth intake, and it's looking pretty good for the upcoming year. We're looking at 5 stars. It's very clear that even though our facilities aren't great, this club is absolutely one of the best in the country, and therefore getting the best players coming out of the country through those youth intakes, because we've had 2 really solid ones already, and it looks like we are poised for a 3rd year in a row with a solid intake. And it's done. It is done. Consortium complete. Semen Padang Takeover. Dimas Pernada, the one who does not want to fire me, has successfully completed a takeover. Oh, he was delighted by the deal and indicated that he wanted to make a difference for the fans. Personal message: I want to thank you for your patience during what was undoubtedly been a stressful time for everyone involved with the club. No further investment. No further investment will be made at this stage. Really? You're going to take the $2 million in debt and just keep it as is? Ouch on that part. Club vision, work within payroll budget, mid-table, be competitive, continue being established as a League One side. Okay, there's nothing to it. Transfer embargo is lifted, increased transfer revenue. No, okay, there you go. There is a balance. There is an overall balance. There has been a cash injection income this month. Other 2.8 million injected into the club. So the debts are wiped clean. But of course, the situation has not really changed. The situation hasn't changed much at all, as we are still very much a club that doesn't make a profit. Scenario-wise, it just got us out of the temporary debt, and that's all. But still, they brought in nearly $3 million to the club, and that's super helpful. That's super helpful. So debt crisis averted for now, but not by much. What we lost last season and where we were, which was about this much in debt the current season, we're looking at this being wiped out a year from now and then starting to be in debt again. But of course, we're certainly hoping that less than a year from now, I'll be able to move on. Speaking of, we're coming right up on the end of the year, so a lot of positions will come open 1st of January, for example, and keep an eye on that job center. And there are the first string of new ones. I checked this 4 days ago, and there was nothing. Now there is. So 2 Super League ones, though. That's top division. That's a little bit high. That's top division. So nothing good to apply for at the moment. But they're coming. They're coming. It's the end of season moves. You know, you got relegated. Poof. Kind of jobs are starting to pop up. So we'll keep an eye out for those. Plenty of things to apply for, but oh my, we survived. We did not get laid off with the consortium takeover, and we're still in a solid position for something to potentially happen this season. But again, very difficult schedule the rest of the way. That's going to do it for this episode, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.